Hey and welcome. I'm Mel and this is part one of this 3-part series. I am so glad that you're here. Whether you are completely new to yoga or whether you just struggle to find the time to fit a little yoga practice into your day, trust that you're in the right place. Unless you're supposed to be somewhere else, in which case maybe you should go. I'm kidding. So part one. Just moving through simple cat-cow, a few variations to add in. The focus here, spine mobility and a little bit of core engagement. So the way this series has been designed is really, ideally, all three done back to back. However, if you just want to jump in 1, 2, or 3, however much time you have to spend, let that be your intention to just spend a bit of time moving and breathing, hopefully connecting to a little sense of whatever that means to you. So let's make our way to the mat. We're going to start the practice here in a kneeling position. So if you're happy, untucking your toes, sitting back on your heels. If this is not available to you, stay facing the long edge of your mat. I'm going to face forward just so that I can see you, even though I obviously can't see you. If this isn't available to you, then just come to a comfortable seat on your sit bones or however it feels nice to just arrive on your mat. So if you're happy to close down your eyes, go ahead and do that now. If not, you can just have a nice soft gaze forward and down in front of you. And just let your hands rest, either palms facing up or palms down on your thighs. And just take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. As you breathe out, let your shoulders settle down. Now, wherever you are in your day, whether it's the beginning of your day, the middle, the end, somewhere in between, as much as possible, just be here in this practice, taking this little time for yourself. I think it's safe to say most of us have pretty busy lives, and this time and this space, just to move your body and breathe, important. So if you're happy to just sit quietly for a moment, bring your awareness to your breath, and just notice. Notice the gentle expansion as you breathe in, and then the softness that follows as you breathe out. Maybe notice your breath for 2 or 3 more rounds. Really just arriving in the space. And then take a moment to reflect on that. Were you able to keep your mind focused on the breath? Or was it jumping all over the place? Be soft with yourself either way. So coming into a tabletop position in a moment, take some little rolls of your wrists. Maybe figure 8s. You might like to interlace your fingers and take a slightly more interesting roll. Or maybe it's not more interesting, maybe it's just a little different. Nice. And then when you're ready, coming forward into that tabletop position. So your shoulders are above your wrists and your hips are above your knees. And then look to the ground, imagine a sense of length from your tailbone to your crown. And check in on your arms. Feel strong in the arms. And then imagine you're trying to draw both hands towards the center of the mat, and then you'll feel even stronger in the arms. Make sure your knees are a hip distance apart. And see, do you want to keep the tops of your toes on the ground, or do you want to tuck your toes under? And just breathing here, feel length, feel strong. The little intention for this practice is to embrace the flow. Embracing the flow of this practice, but also embracing the flow of life. Now, inhale as you drop your belly and draw your heart forward. This is cow pose here. Check your arms, feel okay here, strong in your arms. And take a few breaths in and out here. So belly's dropped. Now draw the shoulders back and down a little as if you're trying to draw those shoulder blades down your spine. And breathe here. Check in on your neck. So your tailbone tilts up to the sky, your belly drops. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your spine, push the ground away and stay here in cat for a few breaths. So your chin tucks into your chest, maybe explore a bit of the tension in the back of your neck.
Now really puff out through your back body. Find a bit of space between your shoulder blades. And then catch your next inhale to draw yourself back to your cow. And now we flow. So inhaling here. Exhale as you round your spine. Really let the breath guide you here. When your exhale is done, inhale as you reverse. Belly drops, heart draws forward. Maybe the hands pull a little backwards, a bit more engagement there. Exhale. Keep flowing with your breath here. Letting that intention, embrace the flow. I read a beautiful quote the other day saying, we cannot stop the waves, but we can learn how to ride them a little more calmly, a little more peacefully. And life's never going to be straightforward, but the more grace, the more kind of, hey, it is what it is that we can show up with, maybe the more joy we can find. Last time, exhale into your cat and stay. So chin drucks into your chest, space between your shoulder blades, and now puff your ribs out one way, and then puff your ribs out the other way. If this feels nice, keep moving and keep breathing. Maybe the neck wants to get involved. Maybe it doesn't. A little bit of free movement side to side, this spine mobility. So cat-cow, and then side to side. Maybe you don't want to arch your back so much now, round your back. Maybe you want to arch your back a little now, and then go side to side. So side to side from your cow. Nice. And then let that movement just settle down. If your wrists need a little release here, then just take one at a time, a couple little circles, maybe a little shake, as we get a little bit of core involved here. So float your right foot to the sky with a bent knee and send your heel and this ball of your foot to the sky until you feel that little squeeze, like hello, right glute. Yes, there you are. And then catch an exhale as you draw the knee to the nose. You tuck your chin to chest and you puff out through your back body. Strong, nice. We got two more. Inhale, now cow back. Inhale, heart draws forward, the foot kicks to the sky. Squeeze that right glute. And then as you exhale, you draw that knee to your nose. Inhale one last time into your cow with the foot to the sky. And exhale to your cat, your knee tucked into your chest. And then let the knee come back to center. Little wiggle side to side, a little release of the wrist again if you need it. And then left foot floats. So bent knee, heel and ball of your foot to the sky until that left glute says hello. There it is. And then exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Tuck your chin to your chest, puff out through your back body. Maybe lift the knee a little higher. Inhaling as you kick the foot back. Heart draws forward. Maybe the hands pull a little backwards. Squeeze. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhaling as you drop your belly, draw your heart forward, kick your foot to the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose. Replace that left knee. Have a little wiggle side to side. Tuck your toes, sit back on your heels again if this isn't available to you. Just modify. You could be right up here, just releasing any tension there. But if you're happy to sit back on the heels, just reach your arms out to the side, up to the sky. And then exhale, dive your arms wide, squeeze back a little. And then rest the back of your hands on your thighs, palms to the sky, shoulders draw down. Now, if this is the end of your practice today, stay here for a few more breaths and just let that sort of digest. Let that practice just settle into your body. If you're heading on to part 2, I will see you there, but hopefully I'll see you soon either way. Thank you for being here, and hopefully a little mobility in the spine, a little engagement of your core to set you up for a slightly calmer day, embracing the flow. Thanks for being here.